Here we go. Hi everyone, it's me Gaming Do, and welcome to our third Loud House review this week. And today, it is a very anticipated episode. It is an episode that I have said multiple times on my channel. I cannot stand this episode. I've said it time and time again, and today it is finally time to give Brawl in the Family a solo review. Oh boy, and I'm not going to be too nice in this review. Maybe no swearing, but I'm going to say, I don't know if they're necessarily mean. I'm just going to point out some problems, because this episode is, to date, my least favorite episode of the show. Still, nothing has dethroned it. One episode I found a little mixed bad that came out since I last did my reviews was Sitting Bull. Honestly, I thought that episode was mixed to bad. Also, House of Lies was kind of mediocre, but they don't even touch the horribleness of this episode. So, let's get right on to it. Oh boy, where do I even begin? Every single sister is out of character, maybe except Lily. And oh my good God. Okay, so what are they basically fighting over? The beginning fight of the episode is all about a freaking dress. A dress. Really? Okay, here's my biggest problem. If they were 6 or 7 years old, if Lori and Lenny were 6, 7 years old, I'd understand that. 16 and 17 years old. I hate to say this about probably 2 of my top 5 favorite characters, but grow up. Find a solution. If you bought the same dress at the mall, find a solution. Don't be like, oh, I hate you because of this. I never want to speak to you again. That is cruel and ridiculous. But I don't think you realize how much you're ruining your little brother's life. You see that curtain splitting them right there? That's Lincoln's bed sheets. Or his blanket, I don't really know. I think it's his bed sheets, though. They are using his stuff to get away from each other, and they're telling him to butt out. How is he supposed to butt out when you're stealing his stuff? Oh, just let us steal it. Nah, I don't think that's how it works. It certainly wouldn't work for me. If my sisters were fighting like that, it would have ended within 5 minutes. I would have taken my curtains back no matter how much they yelled at me, because they're not my mother or father, they're my sisters. Not that I have sisters, but if they were, they're my siblings. They're not my freaking parents. I don't have to bow down to their every need. And Lincoln shouldn't either. That's the biggest thing I hate about this episode. A lot of people are out of character. Lenny is extremely out of character. But I don't even think she's the character with the most out of character. That would be Luna. Which I will get to right now. Just look at this. She looks like, along with Luann, she's about to freaking pulverize Lincoln for just telling them to calm down. I'd honestly either be scared to death, or I'd just hold them together with my hands. I don't know how you put that. I'm gonna probably split them away from each other with my strength. It's kind of abusive. I mean, sure, I think this fight was a little more reasonable than the previous fight. I think Lenny and Lori had the most ridiculous fight. It was just over a freaking dress. Get over it. While this, they're kind of making fun of each other, so I can kind of understand that. But, really, honestly, you're overreacting by almost. You look like you're about to kill your brother. That's just... As you can see, I'm kind of mumbling again, because or not really mumbling. I'm not being nice to this episode. I'm sorry if you don't like it and you like this episode, but I hate this episode. It's my least favorite episode of the show. Yeah. Back to that argument. I will say there was a funny scene where Lenny thought Lori was actually the mirror of herself. That was mildly funny. But, I mean, that's the best part about this garbage episode. Is there was one Lenny joke that was mildly funny. I didn't even chuckle. I just sort of mildly smiled at it. I mean, really? There's so much more to say about it. Lincoln has to crap in a bucket. He can't get food because the sisters are fighting. He can't freaking watch TV because his sisters are fighting. You want to know why I hate this episode? Lincoln can't do the everyday things a human should do. It's cruel. He can't do the everyday things a normal human being should do. He can't go get something to eat because his sister's calming down in the kitchen. He can't go use the toilet because his other sister's calming down in there. He can't watch TV because it'll put him on edge. And I bet you he's not going to be able to play his video games because of the same reason. Brawl in the family, guys. Brawl in the family. I can understand kind of the smaller ones arguing like this. But I'd say Lynn and Up, you need to grow up. I understand a verbal fight if it was absolutely necessary, but this is not necessary for a fight. The only one that I'd say was mildly necessary to fight over was Luna and Luann making fun of each other. That's about it. Other than that, really, honestly, the rest of the fights were kind of pointless. Especially Lori and Lenny's. And like I said, one's my number 1, Lenny, and then my other is probably my number 3 or 4, Lori. So, seeing them fight like that really disappoints me. And the ending, and one last thing I gotta mention. The sister fight protocol and butting out. I can't leave this episode without mentioning the butting out part. They're basically telling him to go mind his own business, when really it's affecting his life. Here's what would happen if, like I said, I'm going to use if I had a sister, for example, again. If I had a sister who told me I couldn't use the bathroom because she was cooling off, I would break down the door, push her out, close the door, and go use the bathroom. I get it. Maybe he doesn't want to get that physical. And honestly, I don't know if I would get physical. Probably not, but at the same time, this episode is ridiculous. Everyone acts very immature, very ridiculous, and it's ruining Lincoln's life. That's why I'm giving Brawl in the Family a 1 out of 10. I can't help it. This episode really makes me angry. I can't help it. I'm sorry, everyone, but this is just the way I feel about this terrible episode. Whew, now that that's over, tomorrow's review I'm going between Change of Heart or another really bad episode, No Such Luck. Excuse me. If you'd like to maybe comment in the comments below which one you'd like to see tomorrow between those two, please do that. And yeah, that's about it. Gaming Do here. See you later. Bye.